All right, so we got to go to YouTube to get the URL so we can share it with everyone in my Discord channel as well as Buddy Discord channel. So I'm just going to wait for this to load up here. I actually haven't done that much in game today. It's just been kind of a crazy day. We got the link here. I'm going to copy this guy. Go ahead and close out of this guy. Live stream. Just post that in general. Then I guess we'll post it here as well. Put it in general. Cool. All right, so we posted it where we needed to post it. And let's get going here pretty soon. Hi, the one. Thank you. Thank you for checking in. All right. All right, so we are now live. That's good. All right, okay, cool. So Winterfest is in full swing now, which is awesome. Hey, movie star. Nice to have you here. So I will be talking a little bit about Winterfest. I will also be talking about Isaac a little bit. I haven't had a chance to test him out as much as I would have liked before this live stream, but maybe we can test him out together, see what you guys think. All right, so movie star, how have you been? Let me start there. How have you guys been? Let me know. And how's Winterfest been going for you guys so far? Hey, Karare, nice to have you here. Amazing. I love that. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. And it's nice to see you here. I know it's been a minute and we're guildmates, but it's definitely been a minute. So it's nice to have you here with me. And Gary, hey, nice to have you here. I've been loving Winterfest personally. So I've been having a good time. I know, we still got 12 days left, but so far so good for me. I haven't had a chance to mess with Isaac as much as I would have liked before this live stream, so I apologize if I don't know as much as I should, but I still feel like relatively confident that I know some of the stuff he has going on, right? So as you guys know, right, it's been expensive. Yeah, I understand that for sure. Whew, I mean, I want to say I had almost 300,000 emeralds, and now I'm down to 300. So I used some emeralds for sure. I have an absolute Isaac, which is cool, but Isaac can only be obtained by, giving gifts, as you guys know. Yeah, so I've definitely been trying to push up the time a little bit, so I'm glad you're able to make it, which is awesome. Okay, so I got some presents from Wendy, which is cool. I'm going to go ahead and open these guys real quick. I really like these artifact ones because sometimes they open with 50 certificates, which is huge. And it's just nice to get some presents as well. And you definitely get a little bit tired on the clicking, but it's all good. And I will send guys presents in a little bit later here too. I just haven't had time to do much today. So, okay, so we received some presents, which is cool. Okay, so you really wanted to ask, what's the best buy emeralds of the offer with the baubles? Okay, so let's take a look at the offers here. So I think you might be talking about these guys, right? And let me know if that's what you're talking about. So I'm going to look right here. It looks like they have the Titan Soul Stone gift, the Pet gift, the Titan Artifact gift. Wow, it's almost 3 times as much as the Titan Soul gift, and the Skin gift. So based on these numbers, I would say, I think that they're all like pretty proportional. I would say probably the best deals here are probably the pet gift and the Titan Soulstone gift. I'd say like they're the least expensive, but I also think that they have a good amount of baubles here, and you get VIP points. I think they're the best deal if this is what you're talking about. Um, but if not, I also think that they're. I think it's likely Hero Wars will throw in a ×4 sale for emeralds. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's very likely they may do it. So it's one thing to consider too, is like maybe waiting a little bit longer because this is going to be around for 12 days. Like you don't need a rush on this. This will be around. I would wait to see if Hero Wars decides to be sneaky and throw in a ×4 sale, like maybe second half of the event, just because that's something they might do. They, people are going to spend a lot early on in the event, but I'm sure there's going to be a lull in the middle, and Hero Wars is going to want people to keep spending. So as an incentive, I think it's very likely they might throw in a ×4 sale just to change it up. So, I might. So you have ×3 right now? Okay. Yeah, so that's not bad. I would say consider that as well. It really comes down to what you want to do, and I don't want to tell you how to spend your money, but I definitely think if you're looking at these bundles, the best ones are probably the pet gift and the Titan Soul gift. Those are probably the best deal. If you're looking at for value in terms of baubles and the gift, I think that's the best one. But emeralds is always good as well because then you can launch fireworks and trade them in at the tree. So it's all up to your preference. But yeah, definitely. Okay. Hey Ray, nice to see you here. Nice to have you with me. All right, so I pretty much am open to any questions you guys have. Right now, I haven't had a lot of time to log in at all, so I'm just going to run through some of my most basic tasks real quick. But I'm still reading if you guys have any questions or if you want to talk about anything specific to Winterfest, Isaac, any part of the game, or even not part of the game. I'm here to talk about it. So, we're just hanging out. We're having a good time. That's my opinion. And it's always a great pleasure to be able to spend time with you guys. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and open these real quick because I need these Titan Artifact items. But yeah, I think Isaac's a pretty interesting hero. I don't know what you guys think. I think he's going to be very, very much used to counter the mages, which in particular are the twins. I haven't had a chance to use him. I said that before. But I'm excited to test him out eventually. Right now, let me find my Isaac. So I completed my Kark, which is awesome, right? I got some skin gifts and I got some extra skins, and I was able to skin coins, and I was able to finish off that last pesky skin that I didn't have finished. And now I'm working on Astaroth, and I got him up to red, and I'm about to finish his third skin. And now I just have to finish this barbarian skin, and then I'm done with skins on Astaroth, but I'm a little behind. I think I have one artifact to upgrade, so I should do that now. So done with artifacts, and I still need to do my glyphs. I know that for a fact. So glyphs, I know everything else I think is pretty much good. Just skins, that last skin, right? So this barbarian skin for armor and the glyphs. Two things I got to do, and the items. All right, okay. Yeah, absolutely, Karare. I will personally message you regarding your teams. So if you just shoot me so in game, just make sure if you can just send me a chat privately. I can definitely, and I will definitely take a look at your hero team and Titan team, and I'll give you some more opinions on that as well. I will check the guild chat as well, or the guild battles later, and I will try to get back to you as well. But if you can private message me, that makes sure that I won't miss it. I'll definitely get back to you, Karare. So no problem there. And hey, Arnold, nice to have you here. It's a pleasure. And okay, so Winterfest is in full swing. Been saying that for a while. But yeah, what presents have you gotten that you really like, and what skin gifts have you gotten? I'm always curious, because the skin gift that I was most excited about, because I didn't have the new ones, right, were Marcus and Jorgen. What about you guys? Tell me what you guys think. Kira for sure. Okay, all right. I could see that. The Winterfest, the winter skin for Kira is really good. I think that one's an armor penetration one, and I don't know what I. Okay, I guess I'm instant clearing my tower here, but yeah, I really like Kira generally speaking. So the winter skin is and it's essential for Kira. I believe it's an armor penetration one. That one's just really vital to her well-being in the long run. So you got all of them today. Awesome. And today the last one for Rufus. So for winter skins, you have them all. Congrats. That's awesome. I know some people didn't have any, so getting all of them I think is a great thing to do because winter skins are only available during Winterfest, as you guys know. And if not, then now you do. Still looking for Marcus, but you've picked up quite a few. Awesome. I really like the design on the Marcus one. I think that one's the coolest one to me. I think the most effective one might be Jorgen out of the four new ones, but I really like the way Marcus looks. I think it's so cool. Um, since you got Jew, you don't really mind if you don't get any other skins, but Celeste and Elmir would be great too. Didn't upgrade Kier yet. You'll wait next year for Orion, maybe. Yeah, so I know you really want an Orion skin. I think that would be cool if they added an Orion one. I just would love to see that design. I think Hero Wars has done a great job with their newer stuff in terms of implementing better looking skins. I think, and some skins that are more useful in terms of their overall playability. Because I know prior, like they used to give like honestly, in my opinion, some really bad stats for skins. So it's really cool that they are now giving us not only cool skins but skins that are effective. And I know Jew has that armor penetration one as well, so that's a good one. Yeah, so after you get all the winter skins, I'll show you right now actually. So I'm going to collect these. And after you get all the winter skins, what you get is you get 500 of each. So you'll see here in this skin that I got, or in the skin stone chest. So I sent Amar one earlier, but here, when you have all the skins, you get a skin stone chest that has 500 of each stone. So that's helpful for upgrading your skins. I mean, I wish they probably gave you a little bit more because the equivalent, right? So one skin is about 5,000 skin stones. So it would be nice if this added up to 5,000. It doesn't, but that's okay. Basically, you get 1,500 skin stones, 500 of each, in the skin stone boxes after you've already collected all 24 now. I want to say 24 skin stones. So, or all 24 skins. So I want to say that's what you get after. Yep, and you do get skin coins of all three, so it's 500 of each. Cool. All right, perfect. And so someone was asking me the other day actually about what I thought we would be seeing. So we had Martha skin stones for day one, right? And we had Dorian for day two. And they were asking me if I knew anything about the 14 days. As of right now, yeah, it does kind of, in my opinion, I wish they gave 5,000, but it is okay. It's okay. It is what it is. But okay, going back to this, so the heroes of the day, I think they're all going to be mages, and what my evidence is on is not based on much, but really, like, we have Martha, right? She's a mage, and we have Dorian, who's also a magic attack based hero. And the reason for that is I think, reading the winter stories and really looking at Isaac himself, right? So right here, I just feel like they're gonna have a bunch of heroes that can be countered by Isaac, and they're just gonna be keep pumping them out, so players have access to them, and it'll just incentivize kind of more the usage of Isaac. So I actually probably can level up my Isaac a little bit in terms of the skills department. So let me find my Isaac. Past him, of course. So we need to get Isaac to red 2 eventually. At least that's my goal. So I have him at orange +2. I need to basically increase these skills a bit so I can actually get him usable eventually here. So what do I think of the new hero Isaac? Honestly, I'm curious to see how good he could be against Alyssa. I'm not sure how great he'll be against Alyssa like in that particular matchup because I don't know if Alyssa uses magic attack. She might. I'm down to try it out. I'm probably not going to be able to beat this one, but I'm down to check it out because my Alyssa has kind of gotten strong, so I really struggle against her right now because Kira's not my main hero. Um, we can definitely do some max testing. So Ray here says on max testing, a complete dodge team looks to beat Isaac. Okay. I am more than inclined to check that out. And one thing that I really like about Isaac is the fact that he pairs with my Kark because it's his artifacts, right? His artifacts are kind of key here. When we're looking at the artifacts of when we're looking at the artifacts of Isaac, his first one is armor penetration and that's, that is great for physical attackers. I mean, I guess it's good for other attackers as well, but physical attackers especially really benefit from armor penetration. And with Kark is a physical attacker. It just makes good sense. Yeah, I'm at level 150. Yeah, my list has been, my Kira is very, very not strong yet. On mobile, I can completely knock out Alyssa with Kira by herself because I have a maxed out Kira on that. But yeah, my firepower isn't super strong here, so I gotta work on some heroes, but that's okay. I'll get there. I'm definitely curious though to see how it plays out. I'm gonna do a little bit of guild testing with Isaac first, just because I want to see how he looks on his own. And I apologize if you guys already did this, but I kind of want to see what he looks like, especially. I think he's going to be very effective against mages, but I want to see how he goes up against Aurora because I know a lot of people have been asking me, "Hey, we need to figure out a counter to Aurora." So I'll work on that. That's a counter vid that's definitely on my to-do list. So she was silenced there, but it doesn't look like it affects her that much. That one did more damage. So definitely able to beat Aurora, but it's not like a hard counter, it looks like. So, okay, so your team, yep, great, I gotcha. So auto maximum, your team was Aurora, Dante, Yasmin. So Dante, Yasmin is down here. Dante, Yasmin, Celeste, and Jet. Okay, so is Celeste a dodge hero? I don't think Celeste is a dodge hero, but all right, we're gonna run with it anyway. It's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and say RJ's team here. So RJ's squad, just for kicks, right? Why not? And I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna definitely be putting in. Let's see. I'm gonna put in Isaac, right? Support. I really like Sebastian. So Sebastian's just an all-purpose hero. Sebastian's gonna be countering Jet. That's going to be the main purpose of having Sebastian on my squad. The issue is Yasmin as an attacker. I don't like her as an attacker because she's annoying. So I need to figure out. I mean, the twins, in my opinion, would counter her, but I would like to use someone who can benefit from Isaac's armor. So armor penetration. So I'm gonna put in Kark, and I'm gonna use Cleaver. Actually, I'm not even gonna use Astaroth on this one, but I will use Martha. I want to see how this plays out. Let me just find Martha, and I'll definitely look at what you guys want to do as well. So try with Helios. Okay. Can you do a hero tour? Basically, all the heroes you have. I could do that, but I might save it a little bit towards the end just so I don't. So I can answer all the other questions if they come up. But I guess, yeah, I can definitely do a quick rundown of, the heroes that I have, and just kind of show you what I got. I mean, not everything's maxed out, of course. But yeah, I don't mind going through, my heroes. So the issue here is Kark's going to get taken out, and that's going to destroy the team. Okay, so Yasmin took out Kark with Dante. So that's going to be an issue. So Helios, right? Helios would definitely counter Yasmin. That's a no-brainer. Good call, Karari. I wasn't even thinking. Okay, so Sebastian, and Isaac, right? Isaac and Sebastian, and we're gonna run. I'm just gonna run Kark again, and I'm gonna use Astaroth this time. But I do think that Helios will be a game changer here. But let's see how this plays out. Okay, we're gonna go back to regular speed because I don't want to miss something here. So we've got dodges going on, makes sense. Aurora's first skill amplifies dodge for their team, and yeah, Helios taking out Yasmin's really gonna make it tough on this team on the right. I think they're just gonna go down pretty easy here once Kark goes off. Huh, Dante's doing really good. So Dante really held that team together. All right, so do Galahad. All right, I got you, Park. I got you, Mr. Park. We will do that right now. So we will use Helios and Galahad instead of Astaroth. My mistake. So we're gonna run Galahad. Galahad's definitely one of the better heroes. I mean, as a tank, he deals a lot of damage, which is rare for a tank. So I'll go ahead and toss him in. Definitely should have done some testing on my own before this, so I wasn't like caught sleeping here. But okay, Isaac, Sebastian, Kark, and then we want Galahad. So we're gonna test out Galahad, and I will do Arnaud. I will do yours right after, and I will So undead and engineer build. Okay, I definitely think engineers will benefit. Let's see how this goes here. Galahad is holding them off pretty well. Yasmin held up though. Yasmin took out Helios in that matchup. That's surprising to me. So I don't know if you saw that, but that's what happened. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and test out Arnaud's team here. So kind of think Ching Mao might be a factor here, but anyway, so we're gonna do Corvus and Morgan. So there is Morgan and Corvus, and then we're gonna do the engineer team. So we're gonna squad up. We're gonna use Isaac. Let me find the other ones here. Where are you? There's Ginger. Ginger and Fox. Fox is here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and run this team. Hey Rennie, nice to have you here. Hey trainer, love seeing you here. It's great. And all right, I'll definitely check that out later. So shoot me a link later, or if you're on Discord, shoot me a private message on Discord as well. That could work, and I'll check it out. All right, so this team looks like it's doing pretty well right now. But Dante, man, Dante with this new skin is going nuts, guys. It's this new skin for Dante, the winter skin. That skin is making Dante very scary. Where's my Dante? Now I gotta look into my own Dante. I'm like, I gotta power up my Dante. Jeez. That's Arachne. Come on now, Dante. Dante. What's the skin? Is it magic? Is it physical attack? Ooh, physical attack. That is why. We're gonna go ahead and just upgrade him here. But this skin is going nuts for him. Hey, Bing Bong, nice to have you here. Thanks for stopping in. Okay. Circling back. Okay, how do you get Isaac? So, William, the way you get Isaac is this. So, you go to your Christmas tree, you go to receive and send presents. Here you'll see that you can get Isaac, right? But the way to do it is you need to send gifts. So, let's say I'm going to send this gift we'll send it to Karare, right? Karare's here. We will send it to Karare. So, let me find him. If I can find him. I'm not sure he's on here. All right, well, I don't see him right now, but maybe I'm just missing him. All right, well, I'll catch him later, I guess. All right, so let's say, okay. Well, I don't want to give this gift to that person. All right, we will give it to, let's say we're going to give it to Xandria, for example, right? So every one of these gifts that I'm sending, right, will give you 1 Dorian Soulstone, 1 Isaac Soulstone, and 3 Generosity points, which you won't see those anywhere. But every time you basically are gifting someone, right, and you can gift multiple, it goes up. So, right, so this is how many Soulstones that you're getting. You need a total of 630 Soulstones if you want to have an absolute Isaac. So keep that in mind. So this is the lowest gift, right? I'm not going to send it, but that's an example. Then there's also, right, so each gift gives you a different amount. So the second gift gives you 2 Isaac Soulstones and 2 Dorian Soulstones, right? So that's how you can get Soulstones. And to summon Isaac, you need a total of 30 Soulstones because he's a 2-star hero. So, William, hopefully that answers your question. That's how you can get Isaac. And then once you get those 30 Soulstones, what you need to do is you need to go to your heroes, and you will see he will pop up at the top here, and he's capable of being summoned. What you then need to do is you need to spend the requisite gold, right? So gold is, obtainable in the tower and stuff. It's not emeralds, but gold. And you just need to spend the amount of gold to summon Isaac, and effectively that's how you go about it. So hopefully that helps explaining how you can get that, William. So hopefully that's clear. If not, let me know. I can try to go further in depth. Okay, so let me go back to this team right now that we were just dealing with, because one thing that I noticed right off the bat, right, is the placement. So Cleaver used to have the top spot here. Dante has the top spot now, which means that Dante's new skin pushed him power-wise above everyone else. Does anyone else remember that? Because Dante was not the strongest hero in terms of power, but anyway, okay. Okay, so my Discord, okay. I will shoot you, okay, so if I hop onto Discord right now, and I apologize for taking a detour here, but Discord, you want to add me on Discord, you got it. So first of all, my channel, I think Trainer, you're in it, but I could be wrong. Let me see here. All right, so for my Discord, it's loading. Okay, so this is my Discord channel right here. If you need an invite, I can. Am I capable of putting it in chat? Let me see. Okay, so we will just invite people. And I guess I can edit the invite link. And I'll put this in the description of the video later. So we're going to go no limit. So it's unlimited and it never expires. So we're going to generate a new link here. I'm going to copy this link. And I'm actually going to try to, after this stream is over, I will add it to the description on this video. Okay. So I will do that after everything's said and done. If you want to just add me, then my info is right here. So all you need to do is you just need to copy this. So just type it in. So it's a little bit complicated, but if not, right, I will send you my info via this Discord channel, right? I'll put this in the description, and then I post on here pretty often. So all you need to do is click on my name, and then you can, comment or chat, and we'll be able to talk that way as well. So more than welcome to do that, and I will post that link after the live stream's over. Okay, so I will do that. Okay, and perfect. Let's see. Dante is my lowest hero. Yeah, you may need to work on that a little bit, but you'll get there. It's all right. There's so many heroes, and Dante was not a top tier hero at all for the longest period of time. So, okay, I'm gonna run Qingmao here. We're gonna put Helios in. We're gonna put Astaroth in. We are gonna run Isaac, who has not been performing as well as I'd like so far. And I'm gonna run Kira, actually. We're going to blend it up. We're going to see what happens here. That Dante, though, is very, very strong. I'm gonna have to check out what's going on with that Dante. Hey, surprise! Nice to have you here. So we are basically right now messing around a little bit, testing out some teams. This team that we came up with, that Ray came up with actually, is a pretty good team. And we are just noticing that Dante, right, with a new winter skin, has been significantly beefed up. Helios just took out Yasmin. Dante has been wrecking teams from what I've been seeing. And Kira's doing a good job as well. So Aurora went down, that's huge. Dante right now is about to take some damage and got taken out. And Ching Mao is a force. I mean, that 20% skill, I think it might even be more, is crazy. So this team's doing very well right now, and it looks like this might be the solution to this particular team using Ching Mao, Kira, Isaac, and Helios with Astaroth. So that might be the team that you might want to use if you see this. Could I try the Spartans build? When you say Spartans, what can you expand on that? I'm not, maybe I'm just like missing the terminology here, but when you say Spartans, I'm not sure who you mean. Maybe I missed the day when we coined that phrase. Leanne against Dante should be effective relatively, but again, I think one of the issues you're going to have is Yasmin. All right. Could you try the Spartan team? Okay. Leanne. Okay, we can use a team with Leanne, definitely. Use Galahad, Ching Mao, Celeste, Ginger, and Kark, level 60, free to play. That's a great solid start. The only thing that I would say is potentially consider Kira as well. Kira's a great hero and goes really well with Ching Mao. Other than that, I'd say your team's pretty solid, and maybe eventually you want to work on Astaroth as another tank option. But Rennie, great start, especially as a free-to-play player. And thank you, Surprise. I love the fact that, I always love hearing positive feedback or negative feedback. But thank you so much for spreading the love on that video. I appreciate it. All right, so how can I get more Winterfest coins? Because I really want the Nebula and Martha skin. All right, so let me go ahead and run a team with Leanne first. I'm going to go ahead and do the twins on this team. And I'm going to run Isaac also. So I'm going to go twins, Isaac. Where is Lars and Krista? I'm going to run this, and I need to consider who I want to tank with. But I'm also thinking that maybe I just throw Dante in for fun. Ooh, but Dante ends up being a tank. I don't want Dante being a tank. We're going to use Cornelius so we can get rid of that Celeste faster. So there's less healing going on. This is an interesting build. I've never seen this made before, but I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. So I will get into how you can get some Winterfest coins in a sec, but let's see how this goes just because I want to see if Leanne can actually put Dante to sleep here and be pretty effective. The other issue is the dodge, right? And I don't know why we're slowing down here. Oh, but Krista was able to take out Yasmin. Isaac got skewered right there. Whew. Ooh, Celeste dodged a hit that would have taken her out. So here you have Leanne charming everyone, which is good. But the fact that the twins got taken out so early is not good. And yeah, Dante finished him off. Okay, so Leanne could be effective against Dante. You just need a different build. Okay, the other question was winter coins. So a couple of things I'm going to say about winter coins. One, make sure you get any free stuff off of the Facebook page that Hero Wars has itself, right? Because they're giving out free baubles pretty much daily right now. So I would not miss out on those. I actually think I claimed some of them. Let me see if in my presence here. So in my presence, I think I claimed some of the baubles. Baubles will get you coins because you can trade them in. So in your mail, right? So once you claim them, I believe Hero Wars. Okay, so I believe Hero Wars, not that. was giving out baubles. I'm going to hold on to my soul stones because I think they're going to be useful later. There's also, guys, don't forget there is a water Titan event coming up, I believe. I think it was water. It's definitely a Titan event coming up after Winterfest is over. So make sure you save up some of your summoning spheres. And here is what I'm talking about. So on the Facebook page, they are giving away 750 baubles. There was also one from the live stream. So if you didn't check into his live stream, right, Daniel, I think, was doing it, I would just go to that page and make sure you open up the description and click on that. That gives you some bonus baubles as well. So those are some ways you can get more coins. Those are some ways you can get more coins, right? Because you can trade in your baubles for the Winterfest coins. The other way is really only through emeralds, which I mean, if you're free to play, you're not going to be able to do that. So the other option is just the event itself and making sure that you do all of the events in the holiday everyday event. So we're talking arena, which I've slacked. I only did one attack in arena today. Do your tower runs. Make sure you claim your king of the party. Claim everything you can, of course, right? But that's really the only ways you can get baubles if you're not spending emeralds. So make sure you get every single bauble that you can, and make sure. I mean, that's really the bottom line. You got to make sure you're collecting all the baubles, especially the free ones. Okay. You're getting Cleaver, you think, because I sent a letter to Winterclaws. I hope you do get Cleaver. Cleaver is a great hero. I think he is difficult to obtain, which is his biggest downfall. But other than that, he's a very good hero. Okay. So Arnaud, oh, that's a team you want me to run? I got you. I got you. So we're going to run that team that you just suggested with the Phobos team. So it is Leanne. Leanne, Phobos, Dorian, Jet, and Martha. Okay, so Jet seems to be popular. Jet, Martha, Leanne, Phobos, Dorian, right? Phobos and Dorian. So this is an interesting team because Leanne's out in front. I'm not sure if you need a tank on this team, but it's an interesting squad. I'm interested to see how this works out. Okay. And yeah, surprise. I know, I'm sorry. I wish they gave you all 3 gifts, but I think Hero Wars would be hurting if they gave everyone 3 gifts from that winter clause. But it's really nice that they're giving us one in the first place. I think it's pretty sweet. Hey, Mia's Noob, nice to have you here. And surprise mode, hey, you know what? Being free to play is fun. I was free to play for a long time. I'm free to play on mobile. I was free to play a good amount of time on this Facebook version of the game for a while. I mean, granted, I'm not anymore, so I can't say that. But I used to be. So I completely understand how it feels. I was free to play up until, I think, level 120, and then I caved. But I totally understand it's a struggle and a grind. And hey, you're way ahead of where I'm at because I didn't even know about YouTubers and like people who did stuff on the game to help out. So Phobos looks like he just really dealt some damage to Yasmin and Dante here. And Jet's helping out a lot. So Jet is weakening all the opponents and Leanne's giving them enough time to heal up, which is cool. And it looks like this is a very heal heavy team, right? Because you basically have 3 heroes that can heal. So Phobos can heal, Dorian can heal, and Martha can heal. And it's kind of the only risky part here is whether you can take down Celeste and Jet. But I like Phobos. Phobos is good against this team because you got 2 physical attackers in Dante and in Yasmin. So this is a good start. Oh, I hear you, Gary. Okay, so you used up 7 portals already, but you still have 10. I blame Hero Wars on that one. They dropped the ball. They said they were going to have a pet adventure event before Winterfest, and they didn't. So we'll see what happens. They're supposed to have a winter or a pet event, but it never happened. So we'll see what happens. It's supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen this year, but we'll definitely see how it goes. Um, but yeah, Gary, I guess what I ended up doing was I ended up just rating using the portals that I had. Oh, I'm sitting on an adventure here. Okay, I basically just rated after I did it for a while, and I just made sure that I have 2 portals minimum, and just held on to those. But I totally understand what you're saying and what you're doing there by holding on to them. I think that's a smart move. Um, let's see. Hey, Ignacio, nice to have you here as well. I think I will get the Elemental Spirit, 10,000 Green Diamond, or 250 Titan Soulstone. Those are all great. And when you're a new player, surprise, if you get the Elemental Spirit, hold on to that. Don't open it right away. I would say hold on to that. That definitely could be useful, but you don't want to open it right away. The 10,000 diamonds, well, the emeralds, you can do whatever you want with those. 250 Titan Soulstones, that'll help you a lot. Those things, I mean, I remember my first Winterfest. That was what made the difference for me. That got all my Super Titans to Absolute. Prior to that, I had like 4-star Super Titans, maybe. So the event really changed things for me, and it really helped me progress my Titans. You can see I've done a decent job of pushing my Titans further since then. But yeah, I remember when they first start, getting your Super Titans Absolute is step 1. So you want me to test? All right, so you want me to test another one on that matchup? Okay, you got it. Let's go ahead and test it out. So on RJ's squad, we are going to test out Aurora, Phobos, Leanne, Maya, and what was the other one? Celeste. Oh, okay. Let me find Celeste. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I just saw her. Okay, come on now. Oh, this is brutal. How am I missing her? Come on. I know she's not that high on the list. Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry, guys. I freaked out for a second. I was like, what? Okay. Hey, Papa Charlie. Nice to have you here. Always a big fan of PC, my guy. All right. Gary, they're in my mailbox, so I can just hold them. That's a smart call. I say if you can hold on to anything that you don't need right away and just store it in your mailbox, always a pro tip. You should. Aurora got taken out quick there. Maya doing mad damage, and Leanne and Phobos doing work. Let me look at the stats on this one. That was a great team. Force of 1, right? I think that was a squad. That was a good team. Aurora went down faster than I expected, but Maya did mad damage here. I mean, they all kind of dealt a good amount of damage. Damage taken, Aurora took the most, 1,000,000 in damage, but allowed for the rest of her team to survive. And healing, let's see this. So there wasn't crazy healing. There was some healing done, but really it's the damage dealt that really blows my mind here. Maya just going off, right? So Maya's pretty dangerous. Yep. Okay. And just one more thing: when you can, you should hold on to energy if you're not going to use it. So especially for players who are maybe a little bit newer or don't have, are free to play, like Gary has done here, right, where he's holding on to certain things. I recommend that. So and things you cannot, right? So this one you can, right? There's no expiration date. But for example, ranking rewards. Oh, this one doesn't have one either. Okay. Well, I need to find something that actually has an expiration date. Hold on. Don't know. None of these have an expiration date. All right. Well, I guess I'll just explain it theoretically then because it's less exciting. But basically what you'll see is it'll say expires in like 3 days or claim by 3 days. So those items you have to claim. But for example, this guy right here, Dorian, I'm not claiming my Dorian Soulstones. I'm going to wait for a future event where I need to, acquire Soulstones. And this guy Dorian is just going to be sitting in my mailbox for a while. Every hero of the day will have Soulstones. So if you've already claimed them, you can always, in the next future ones, you can always hold on to them and save them if you need Soulstones for a different event. So it's always smart, right? Like Gary did here, to sometimes just keep items in your mailbox. So for me, I'm going to claim these. I don't need those in my mailbox. I'm going to claim these as well. Those are the baubles from the YouTube live stream. But if there's ever, I'm just going to keep the Dorian Soulstones in here. But if there's ever a gift you want to just hold on to, you can, as long as there's not an expiration notification down here. So like if it says claim in X days, you have to claim it. So that was a quick tip that I just wanted to make sure that no one missed. Harare, have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate it, buddy. 2 a.m. It's definitely bedtime for you. Okay. Hey, Martin. Nice to have you here. Always a pleasure. All right. You have all Super Titans, 2 at level 48, and the Fire one at 18. You're at level 70. All right. Well, here's what I'm going to say generally. I personally, when you're first starting out with Titans, my advice is going to be work on your Super Titans as well as your tanks. Once you know what element you want to be, right? So there's 3 different elements. You have the earth element, the fire element, and water element. Once you decide which one you're going to end up being or which one you prefer to be, then you want to focus on all the Titans that are in that subgroup. So I focused on the Earth group. So all 4 of my Earth Titans are a focus. Then you can see the other 2 Titans that I have pretty strong are my Super Titans, because those ones are the strongest Titans in the game. But you get an extra bonus, right, when you get totems with having more of the same type of element. So basically what happens is your totem, which is a bonus statistic, if you want to call it that, it charges up faster and allows you to have it activated more times. So that's my recommendation on Titans. Work on your tanks, which is Angus, Sigurd, and Moloch, as well as Hyperion, Araji, and Eden. In the early parts, once you figure out your totem, you can decide to progress in that way. Okay. Hey, Brian. Okay, so what's with Isaac? So Isaac right now, to me, is not doing as good of a job as I expected him to do. I need to check out why that is what it is. Dante, on the other hand, right, Brian, is doing very well. The new skin for Dante has allowed him to really excel and deal a lot more physical damage early on. So he's been taking out teams left and right. But Isaac, for me right now, is not doing as well as I was hoping he was going to do. I like his artifacts. I just think that his skills are not performing to what I expected. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so I am a little bit concerned with the utility of Isaac. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put up a classic twins team, and then I'm going to fight it with a card team using Isaac. So I'm going to use the twins. Where'd Lars go? Lars. And I'm just going to throw in like Nebula, Jorgen, and Martha. It's pretty solid. That's a standard team. Let's see how it goes against a card team, because I want to see what happens, if any changes really happen when you add in Isaac. Because Isaac right now, it's not really impressing me. I kind of wanted more out of him. So I'm going to put Astaroth. Where's Kark? Kark. Let's see. Sebastian and Martha. We're going to run this team. There's some counters on this team for sure, but I would think that with Isaac, this team should perform better than it's been performing. So let's check this out right now. I also think it's very interesting that he has like a purple skill bar as opposed to, well, I guess Astrid and Lucas has a red one, but everyone else has a yellow bar. So it's interesting that Isaac has his own color bar here. So Isaac's about to use his ult. Kark is also going off. But it didn't look like the silence really did much there. I mean, 4 seconds just, I don't know. So they're all silenced. It made a big difference right there when Kark ulted. So I don't know if you guys saw that. I'll go again real quick in slow-mo. But it looks like it was effective in this particular scenario. I just don't know. I think dodge is still going to be a trickier factor. But I think in a classic Twins team without a dodge scenario, it looks like the Twins definitely struggle a little bit more here. I'm just going to speed it up until we had a portion where, okay, so now we want to go into a quarter speed because Isaac's about to use his ult here, and he does. But it doesn't look like any, okay, so now they're all silenced, right? But no one's maxed out yet, so it doesn't really do anything or benefit us yet. So I'm looking here. Krista's unable to attack. I mean, she's in her crystallization state, but now the silence is done, and she's able to attack. So the second one here is really key. So after Isaac goes off again, the silence is more effective because we have 3 heroes who are really close to ulting. And with that attack by Kark, they have enough energy to use their ult, but they're still silenced, which gives enough time here. So now they're ulting, right? So the delay in ult didn't really play a factor just yet. But the third time it goes off, it seems to play a factor. And the third time it goes off, there's a physical boost that is done by Isaac, right? So I think that's his third skill, right? With the little mechanical pieces that he has going on there. A bonus to physical activation. So let's check it out here. So Krista uses her skill, and then Isaac's about to use his right here. And we should see a silence pop up. So silence pops up for all of them, and Jorgen gets taken out, Lars gets taken out, and Nebula as well. Then Martha too. So that's kind of a big deal because Martha's unable to heal these heroes while they're kind of sitting ducks. And Lars can kind of move heroes around, which doesn't allow them to attack. So that's kind of a big deal. Okay, sorry, I really got lost in that battle there. Okay. All right, should I save the soul stones from Winterfest for other events or collect? I would say any presents that you can save in your gifts, right? So in your mail, I would hold on to those. I would not claim those. I should have taken my advice day one. But Dorian, I'm going to hold on to him, and any hero after that, I'm just going to hold on to them. That's my opinion. I think I'm going to hold on to those. So I'm going to recommend that you hold on to them. But you can do whatever you want, of course. But I personally will be holding on to mine. So I'm going to recommend that you guys do that too. Ultimately, your decision. So I will leave it at that. So I don't know how I have over 20,000 energy, but my last guild member says it's impossible, but I have it. Well, it's definitely possible if you have it, right? And congrats, that's a lot of energy, and you can definitely use that to make your heroes stronger. And I'm sure you probably have already kind of figured it out, but ways to strengthen your heroes are to basically, go to campaign and level up the items, or to basically get more soul stones of different heroes until they're absolute star, right? And so to have absolute star, with the exception of Cleaver, right? Because if you get Cleaver, he's already absolute. Everyone else, you need 630, right? Total soul stones to get to absolute. So hopefully that helps you out there. The links expire, but not the mails. Exactly. So you definitely want to get those links, and then you can keep them in your mail. So great call, Arnaud. That's 100% accurate. Hey, Monta, thank you so much. Glad to have you here. I appreciate you coming into the live stream. So, Martin, what's the best team for Isaac for now? I think the best team for Isaac is anyone who has a physical attack presence. So right now, I think From what I've heard, Jew is super effective with Isaac. I haven't had time to test it out yet. I will know more very soon, but I've heard great things about Jew with Isaac. Let me run it. Jew, and also I've heard Phobos is really good also. I haven't had a chance to run it myself, but I heard that this is a really good combo. Let me find it. So I would say probably even Dante is probably good too. Dante right now has been crushing some people. So Dante, Isaac, we're gonna find Jew. I heard Jew's a monster. I mean, Jew's already a monster, but Jew paired with someone else who helps him out, I think would be crazy. So let me find Jew. Jew, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There he is. There's Jew. Okay, so Jew. I personally like tanks. So I'm gonna use Astaroth, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in. I don't know. What do you guys think? Martha, maybe. I'll put in Martha. All right. So this is a good team, I think. I also think Kark. So I think any physical attacker with Isaac is gonna be good. But Jew, I've already gotten like my mailbox flooded with Jew and Isaac is the new team to beat. So I think Jew and Isaac are gonna be good. I need to test it out myself more, but preliminarily I've heard really good things. So I'm gonna go ahead and run a dodge team with the twins. So Aurora, the twins, Celeste, and Sebastian is usually the team. This is actually a team that I run on server 51. So I hope it doesn't work too well, but I'm worried it does because I really don't need Isaac taking out my team on 51. I mean, I use Kark on 35, but it is what it is. So Dante is doing all right. Isaac, ooh. Wow, so Jew is definitely keeping the fight alive here, but Krista really did well in surviving, and Celeste is helping out. So it's good to know that my team won't get totally wrecked, but this is interesting. So I've heard really good things about Jew and Isaac as a combo. So Martin, from what I've based off of the short amount of testing that I've done so far, the team that I liked was one that used Kark, and let me find it. Not that one. That's not even my matchup. Let me find it. I'm not sure exactly what it where it is, but I think it was an Astaroth, Qingmao, Astaroth, Qingmao, Isaac. I'm trying to think. I know it's Qingmao with Isaac and Kira. So Kira, Qingmao, Isaac, and I believe I used Martha as well with Astaroth. So I don't know. Qingmao is really good with Isaac as well. So that's someone that I'm going to look into. I will get back to you on the best team for Isaac, but we're still working on it. I definitely think a physical attacker just makes the most sense. So I'm going to stick with that for now. You have 9,000 energy, Rennie. That's awesome. Congrats. That's awesome. I don't know what else to say other than you've got a lot of energy to play with. Okay. Hey, Max. Nice to see you here. Always a pleasure. So Ethan wants to run this team Orion, Ziri, Isaac, Morgan, and Phobos. I'm going to just go ahead and run it against RJ's team. RJ's team was pretty good. So we'll go Orion, Ziri. I personally am not a huge Ziri fan. I might be the only one. But I just think Ziri, when she hides, it's kind of cowardly. And I don't like that in a tank, but that's me personally. I used Ziri for a long time, but over time I personally just thought, that's kind of cowardly, but that's my opinion. Sorry. Okay, so Morgan and Phobos. Phobos is really good too. Phobos I've seen do really well with Isaac. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but Martin, you asked. So Phobos has been doing really well. Let's test out this team here. All right, let's see. Yeah, so Thomas, he's doing really well against the Twins, but one of the things that's coming up interesting is when it comes to dodge heroes, there's a little bit less certainty because the dodge heroes are just getting missed, right? So right there was a good example. I mean, I can slow that matchup down and show it again, but basically what's happening is the heroes are dodging and gaining energy, right? Because of the new mechanic of dodge. So when you dodge, you gain energy, which allows you to ult more, which means you're doing more damage. So here, right, the dodges just worked out so that the Twins could fire off their attacks more. I mean, maybe not in this particular matchup, but that's one concern that we're having is Aurora's ability to give dodge to the whole team, as well as just dodge generally speaking, because this is a dodge team that we've been kind of working on that art, I think it's Ray. Ray offered up. And this team's been doing really well against, Isaac and stuff like that. And I think part of that, granted, there's no Twins on this particular lineup, but I think the dodge is going to be a tricky mechanic to figure out and work around. So that's one thing that's a little bit concerning to me, but you're right. Typically speaking, the Twins are getting taken down by Isaac. It's just when that dodge factor gets factored in, I'm not sure Isaac is going to be as useful. So that's one thing to just have a caveat on is to be careful when there's dodge stuff involved. But Thomas, you're right. Generally speaking, the Twins have been going down pretty easy when dodge is not a factor. What do I think of this team? Anvari, Kira, Nebula, Sebastian, and Jet. I think that's a great team. The only hero that I would have on standby, well, I'd have two heroes on standby for that team, would be Ching Mao. Ching Mao with Kira is phenomenal. Like, I can't say enough about Ching Mao and how underutilized she is. She's a top tier hero. She just doesn't get the same respect. But she's a top tier hero. In my next, ranking, she's going to move up a lot. She's really good. And then the other one is Jorgen. I would have Jorgen available if there's no Jorgen on the opposing team and they don't have a Sebastian either. If you use Jorgen, you're going to have a huge advantage. So overall, I love your team. The only two heroes I would have on backup are Ching Mao and Jorgen. Other than that, your team's solid. Great job there. I will type on PC. My phone is at 1%. Well, thank you for the dedication, Surprise. I appreciate that, and I love that. So thank you. All right, Arnaud, when I was fighting Alyssa, it seems like the dodges from the little spiders didn't charge Isaac power. Does purple mean that he can only get energy from attack and special attack and not dodge? All right. So Isaac, let me see here. If it is the artifact effect, it shouldn't matter what color your Isaac's at. But let me double check here I just want to make sure I'm not missing something on his skills that factors in dodge. Nope, we're good there. I think we're good here and here as well. So, I mean, it depends on your first hero. So if they're on artifact, right? If their first artifact goes off and is at 100%, then your Isaac's going to get part of that dodge anyway. But the dodge energy, right? The way the dodge energy works is the hero that dodged the attack is the hero that gets the energy. So Isaac has to be the one to dodge the attack to gain that energy for that particular dodge. So it's a little bit tricky in that sense. But other than that, your hero should have gotten dodge overall. Okay. Titans will get harder as you level up in the dungeon. Yeah, Ray's 100% right, Monta. So I don't know if I missed something here, but that's true. The higher up you go in the dungeon, the more your Titans will struggle because it gets harder. The Titans get stronger inevitably, as well as, they get stronger. So like even when I'm in dungeon now, there are times I struggle. I'm at 14,600, and for me, there are times when I just hit a roadblock. I hit too many of the same element in a row, and then my Titans struggle. So that's a true thing, 100%. Surprise is on his PC now. Awesome. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much. I love the dedication. All right, so you want to test Orion, Ziri, Isaac, Morgan, Phobos. I think I tested that team. Let me know if I didn't. Was I wrong? Here, let me double check here. So I thought I tested that team here against RJ's squad. Let me see. Let me just make sure. Maybe I missed something. Orion, Ziri, Morgan. Yep. Phobos. I think I got that team. Okay, what are my thoughts on it generally? I will say it's not a bad team, but I don't love Ziri. I think you need a different tank. That's my honest opinion on this team. Not a bad team, just I don't like Ziri as a tank. As I understand it, he only gets energy from taking magic damage. Thomas, that is 100% correct skill-wise, but when we're talking about dodge, when you have a hero like Aurora who gives the whole team dodge, the whole team can benefit from the dodge effect. So let me explain that a little bit more here. So going to Aurora, Aurora's a very special case. That's why I think she's a top hero, top tank in the game. And it's because of this new mechanic. So Aurora's first skill gives dodge to her entire team. Dodge, generally, every time a hero dodges an attack, they gain energy. So if Isaac, right, were to be attacked and this first artifact skill was off, giving Isaac dodge now, which he doesn't normally have, and let's say Isaac dodges, then he would gain energy from dodge. He wouldn't gain it from anyone else dodging, just if he happened to dodge. But yes, other than that, Thomas, you're 100% right. He can only accumulate energy from sustaining magic damage, or I guess when he's dealing damage. Makes sense. So Yasmin, Thea, Nebula. Maybe missed something when I said that. Rennie, if you get that golden ticket, I will be so happy for you. I think anyone who's free to play who has the opportunity to get the golden ticket should 100% take advantage. I mean, I am willing to spend the emeralds to basically just demonstrate how great it is to have raid. I know some people thought we might have something like a Winterfest pass, but that's on mobile. But right, so I just spent 100 emeralds. Worth it to show you guys what I'm going to do. Which is basically just quickly raid. Like, how crazy is it? And what a time saver. So, I mean, I think I showed it before, but okay, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so for example, right, Astaroth, let's say I want some of these Alchemist sets. I can just raid it 15 times, right? And that's what the golden ticket will do for you. So I really, really hope that you guys get it because it saves so much time. You don't have to watch the animation. You can just simply raid and you get all the items. So it's just a faster, more efficient thing. So I just hope you get that. I'm sending you good vibes and in hopes that you get that golden raid ticket. Okay. Hi, nice to have you here. I'm sorry I can't pronounce or read your name, but nice having you here. After stream, do in public so I can watch stream again. I was 30 minutes late. I will absolutely post it for you. Don't worry, Ethan. It might take a couple minutes for it to show up, but it will definitely show up in public soon enough, I promise. And I will definitely post the Discord channel, my Discord channel as well, so that you can contact me if you want. So I will put that in there. King Mao is really good. I use this team in my arena: Luther, Ching Mao, Dante, Celeste, and Nebula. Monta, that is a great team. I'm not surprised at all that it's doing well. That's a phenomenal setup. You did a great job. Okay. So Movie Star wants to test out Isaac. Isaac, Dante, Jew, Yasmin, Phobos. I'm curious on this one. Okay, so we will test out that team against RJ's team. So I will run it right now. Just for you. So let's go ahead and go and run this team. So Isaac, Dante, is the top. Jew, which is up here as well. Jew, Yasmin, which is down towards the bottom. And Phobos, which is, I think, in the middle. Yep, okay, so here we go. So we're going to run this team. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well for you. So Melissa has a good question here, and yes and no. I will explain what I mean by that in a second here. Let's watch this matchup, and then Melissa, I'll get back to you on those bundles. So Yasmin is taking a lot of damage here, but she's dealing a good amount of damage as well. But it looks like she got taken out early there. As a result, Aurora just did some damage, but that helped charge up Isaac, and now Dante did some good damage. And now I have Jew and Phobos. Looks like they're going to be able to take out... Ooh, I thought they were going to take out Dante, but they didn't. Man, that Dante keeps coming back. Dante and Celeste have been a force. It seems like healing with Dante makes him very, very dangerous. So, close matchup. Just a little short, but that's great. All right, so... Let's see. So, yeah, you can't spend any money on the game. Yeah, so some of these bundles, right? So they are special offers for VIP 10 plus. So these ones are particular to, VIP 10 or higher. So these ones are only unlocked by that. But the Winterfest bundle should be available to you. These ones are not VIP exclusive. So there are VIP exclusive ones, but these ones are not. Papa Charlie wants me to hop over to Arena 51 and play. I can do that in a second. Let me just... I don't think I have all the characters, though, so that would just be one minor concern that I would have. Here I have almost everyone, and almost all of them are absolute. But I'm more than happy to hop over in a sec. Just let me do a couple of things here. If you buy all the avatars, then the packages show up. Will show up. Oh, you have to buy all these avatars? Really? Oh, maybe I bought them all right away, so I don't know. Let me hop over to 50. Well, if I hop over to 51, I'll know because I didn't buy all the avatars on that account. I'm getting the golden ticket. I'm excited. I hope you get that one. How long does the raid thing last? Forever? So Rebecca, if you get the golden ticket, it should last theoretically forever because it's a golden ticket. If it's a silver ticket, that one would not be forever. So my understanding is that the golden ticket is forever. I haven't heard from Hero Wars otherwise. So my guess is that it's forever. I'd be annoyed, and I would personally complain on your behalf if it wasn't forever. Okay? So, Rebecca, I think it's forever. That's not a guarantee. It's like 99% sure, but I'd still complain for you. So, let me know if it's not, but I'm pretty sure it should be. Hey, you know what, Melissa? That's okay. I mean, there's always next year too, so don't stress. But, hey, giving back to your guild is always a good thing. Emeralds and totems are also always awesome. So, there's nothing hurt on not getting the raid ticket. I mean, also, don't forget, you would have had a 1 in 3 chance at best. So, as far as you picked it this year, and you just didn't get it this year. That's all. That's the takeaway. Don't stress. You're doing great, and you know what? You're helping your guild. That's all I can say on that. So, my understanding is the golden raid ticket, should last forever. Yes, that's my understanding. Hey, what's up, man? No worries. I'm going to post this one. I'm going to post this live stream after it's done. So you'll have more than enough time to check it over if there's anything you want to look at. So don't worry about it. And surprise, my guess is yes, the raid ticket is supposed to last forever. That's my understanding. And yep, Rennie, it is just like VIP 5. I got really worried actually when I made that video and said it was a VIP 5 gift, because people were telling me it was going to be like a Astral Season pass, and I was like, I didn't hear anything about an Astral Season pass for Winterfest, so I was confused, but I'm glad that I was right, and that I'm pretty sure when you get the golden ticket, it's forever. It's a VIP 5 kind of a deal. You won't probably get VIP 5. You'll probably still say VIP 0, but you'll have access to that raid function, which is huge. Okay. Right. So all right. Sorry. When I say VIP 5, you're not getting to VIP 5, but the bonus of getting that raid option is a VIP 5 benefit. So the ability to one-click multiple raids in the campaign. The second one right here is what that golden ticket is essentially doing. So that is why I said it's a VIP 5 benefit, right? So more specifically, if I'm being 100% honest, you'll probably still be VIP 0, but you're getting this particular option right here, the ability to one-click multiple raids in the campaign, is my understanding. So that's what I'm talking about there. I think if you just buy one avatar, they show up. Okay, that's fair. What does the golden ticket do? Okay, yeah, so Big Blue Bird, what the golden ticket should do, based on my understanding, is you should be able to, okay, so I already did it once, but let's see. So I guess I can do it again. I don't mind. I'll spend 100 emeralds. We'll spend 100 emeralds, and we will just go ahead and raid. So what the golden ticket will allow you to do is it will allow you to raid multiple times. So let's say Big Blue, right? I'm just going to call you that right now. But let's say you want this item, right? The Alchemist set. Typically, right, when you are just kind of battling, you need to watch every single animation, right? So you need to, I'll do it. So like, let's say you start the matchup, and then in campaign, right, you have to watch the animation. So I'm going to speed it up so that we don't have to sit through it. But basically, normally we'd have to sit through this at normal speed and it wouldn't have sped up. And you're basically waiting for the animations to go through so you can get your rewards. With the golden raid ticket, you don't have to wait. So you don't have to watch the entire animation. You are just given the reward. So going back to this particular fragment, you can just raid it 4 times. So you're just getting the rewards 14 times and you're not waiting for the entire animation to go through. So that's kind of what the golden ticket, based on my understanding, is what it should do. So hopefully that answers your question. And yep, Rennie, as Rennie's saying here, instant raids in campaign. Awesome. Being VIP 5 makes things easier in game. That's true. Is the skin gift random? Yes. So Martin's answered it for you here, but it is random, Timon, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. Like they should just let you pick them, but I understand why they don't also. So what we're talking about, right, guys, just so everyone's on the same page, is we're talking about the skin gift. Skin gifts in Winterfest are random. So sadly, whatever you get, you don't know. Unless you've got all of them, then you will get this instead. So you get 500 skin stones of each, option. I guess there's 3 options. So there's the intelligence, you have the strength, and you have the agility. So you would get 500 skin stones each in place, and that would be guaranteed. That's not random. After you collect all, I think it's 24 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe it's only 20 skins. So after you get all 20 skins, you just get 500 each. So yeah, hopefully that explains that. Yeah, that would be cool if you could get VIP with just diamonds, but sadly that's not how it works. Oh no, Melissa, that's the worst, is when you get a bunch of skin gifts and they're not the one that you want or need. I do think sometimes there's a funny way of that working out, but next time, Melissa, it doesn't hurt to say, what is it? Let me think. I think the thing that I usually say when it comes to skin gifts is like, I think it's really just what is it? RNG, right? So I just say bad RNG like 3 times, and sometimes you get lucky. It really doesn't do anything, but sometimes you just feel like you had a little more control and you just influenced it to get a better skin. So I remember sometimes I would say like bad RNG, bad RNG, bad RNG, and then like sometimes I get lucky. So hopefully that helps you out. If not, I'm sending you positive thoughts and positive vibes so that you hopefully do get that winter skin sooner rather than later for Nebula. Martin got the Jorgen and Celeste ones. Those are phenomenal. So those are great picks. Super stoked for you on those. And Ray just got Marcus. Yo, Marcus is so sick. Like, Okay, hold on. I will go through my winter skin gifts, right? So I mean, Heidi has a winter skin and looks kind of ridiculous. Come on, right? What is this snake doing right now? Like, all right, whatever. Let's see who else has a winter skin. I'm just trying to think. But anyway, Marcus is so cool. Like, let me find Marcus. Like, I wish that I invested more in Marcus, but look how like he looks super royal. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen. Ooh, I'm trying to think. It's like an anime. There's like a really cool anime where they're just basically going through floors and like Kirito is the main character. But bottom line, that's pretty cool anime, and this guy reminds me of one of the guys in that virtual game anime. I don't remember the exact name of it, but basically super cool looking guy. Kind of looks like a tough SOB. But ultimately, super sick skin. One of my favorites to look at. The other one, you know, who was it that got it? So Martin here got a Jorgen skin, which I think super cool. Um, Also, shout out. I really got to shout this guy out. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but for the winter holidays, I on my YouTube channel put up a new banner because one of the fans made it for me. I felt like it needed to get some airtime, so thank you so much. I think it's SkyRL made this and sent it to me as a Christmas gift. There's no way I was not putting this up as my banner. So thank you, SkyRL. Hopefully you see this later. But awesome, awesome, awesome. So I definitely put it up for the holiday season and has the holiday spirit. So I just wanted to make sure I shouted him out for thank you for the great gift, and I'm using it. So I just wanted to point that out. All right, let's see. I don't want to miss out on any other comments here. So I thought that Jorgen would not receive a new skin because he is very powerful in the meta. I think that's a great point. I was very surprised. I guess I wasn't surprised that he got a skin, but I was very surprised that it was magic attack. Can we talk about how all of Jorgen's skins are based on magic attack and the fact that a magic attack skin makes him almost OP again? I mean, granted, he's still going to be countered by Sebastian, but when there's not a Sebastian in play, if you're not using Jorgen, like you're kind of like just giving yourself a, like not a disability, but you're basically giving yourself a handicap when you don't need to because Jorgen is so good. He starts out stealing energy from the opponents and gives it to your own team. You basically have a 40% energy advantage. That means you get more skills to go off. I agree. Just ultimately one of the best skins, useful wise, and it looks okay. Sorry, I got really excited there. Um, I'm saving up agility skin stones, the blue ones, so that I can unlock the romantic skin for Arachne. It is really cool. Okay. I gotta check it out now, because now I don't even remember that one. I know Arachne has a romantic skin. I think it had a lot of hearts, which, I mean, that's not saying much. Let me check it out. So let me find my Arachne first of all. Ah, where's my Arachne? Crawled away. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, okay, here's Arachne. The skin that you like is the romantic skin, which I do not have. So, okay, yeah, I could see that. It looks pretty cool. It has, the heart theme going on. And Arachne is a pretty good character, especially early on in game. Later in game, sometimes she falls off depending on what kind of team you build. And the problem with her is her synergy. So, like, sometimes she's kind of like a solo hero where she's really good on her own, but in a group setting, sometimes she's not the best. So, long term investment, just a heads up so that you're aware later on in the game, Arachne might not be the best hero to continue to invest in. Um, just my 2 cents. You don't have to agree with that. You're free to use Arachne as much as you want. Just a heads up, I personally would not invest heavily in Arachne just because, sometimes synergetically it doesn't always work out. But she's not a bad character. She's not. I have Heidi's, Fox's, and Chaba's, if I'm right, from last year. You're absolutely right. So all three of them have winter skins. Um, Chaba looks the funniest with the winter skin. He's a Christmas tree. Um, Yeah, I don't know what you do with that. He he looks like he's wearing a onesie. It's hilarious. But anyway, good stuff there. And yeah, Melissa, you know what? I wouldn't count out Jorgen. I mean, I'm gonna hop over to 51, so I'm not gonna be able to do any more testing. But real quickly, I just am gonna do it because I know people are always like, your account's really strong and like you had invested a lot of money, which is true. But I want to show that obviously I mean, I'm on another account that isn't as strong, but I'm still, focusing on some of the similar heroes that I talk about all the time because it doesn't really change. I mean, the heroes are good, whether you're on one server or not. Um, and yeah, I'm investing in Jorgen again as well. So Melissa, I think that's a great call. So here I'm going to be on server 51, which is a weaker account for me because I think I made this one a couple months ago. So I just turned level 130 on this one. I did spend some money on this one as well, but less money than the other one. The other one's my main account. So, right, quit for a long time. That's why you're level 60. Hey, you know what, Rennie? Sometimes real life just is more important than the game. I mean, I love the game, so don't get me wrong, but sometimes real life takes precedent and sometimes you just can't play. So I understand why, I completely understand that and I respect that. I think that's cool. And I love the fact that you're playing now. So, if anyone gives you flack or says, "Hey, why are you only level 60?" It's cool, man. Like everyone's playing the same game, we're all trying to grow. And so props to you for coming back and sticking with it, man. Um, all right. So my team here is. Oh, I didn't switch servers. What happened? Thought I changed servers. I was just gonna show that I'm focusing on Jorgen as well, but I guess you get the point. Oh, okay. I guess now we're switching servers. My computer decided to act on its own. Teams around Envari would be okay to be against meta teams. Okay, I think you're asking what teams around Envari would be good to use against meta teams. So Envari is a classic counter to Kark. If you have Envari, you want him in the first or second position when you're fighting a Kark team because that's where Envari will be the most effective and just kind of honestly stop most Kark teams from being able to use their max potential. So my advice with Envari is make sure he's early in your team, right? Composition when where they stand and just focus on having him be up against mostly cart teams. I don't think he's great against magic attackers, but he's really, really good against Kark for whatever reason. I mean, I say whatever reason. He was made to counter Kark, so it makes sense. But yeah, and Melissa, yeah, the reason why I started playing those puzzle games, those got me too. I'm not gonna lie. The puzzle games got me into the game as well. Um, so yeah, ah man, they got me good, and now I'm hooked. All right, so here we got E Nathan asking what teams I recommend. So the teams I really like are pretty. I don't want to say they're meta teams, but they're pretty common. And I can show you a couple builds that I typically like. So this is the team that I actually use now, right? So this is on a new account. It's probably like let's see, the date's probably on here. So I started this account January, February, March, April. In April. So April 25th. So almost I guess I've been playing on this account almost 8 months. Longer than I thought. And I just hit level 130 like yesterday. But the team that I use here is Aurora, the twins, right? So the twins are Krista and Lars. Um, we only know they're twins because they're of their lore and they work really well together. So Celeste is really good as well, and Sebastian. So this is the team that I normally run, and I have Kane as my pet because Kane boosts heroes that can dodge, and Aurora is all about dodging. So this is my main team for this server. Another team, so the team that I use on my main account, and this is a team that I'm trying to replicate. So the team I use on my main account is something like this. So it goes Astaroth, Nebula, Kark, and then I use some combination of either Jorgen or Sebastian, depending on the opponent, and Martha. is a typical composition. If I really need more firepower, sometimes I will try to use Dorian. I've seen Lars be used. I personally think it's a weird combo, but that's a team I would use. So this is an example. Is this is a team that I would run. So this is one team I would recommend. Another team that I really like is the one that I'm using, and actually I think it's the team I would recommend most. Is this arena team where I use Aurora as my tank, and then the twins, and then I can sub out Celeste for Martha if I need her in the last position. But this is a good team. This is a solid start. So these are two teams I would recommend. Another popular team that's really good is an ODH team, and it's just very synergetic. I can always explain this more in depth later as well. Um, but there's two other builds that are common that I really like, and this is one of them. Is the ODH combo. So you have Astaroth. Astaroth. And then I like using Jorgen with the ODH combo. So that is Orion is the O, Dorian is the D, and H is Helios. Let me find him. Ah. Okay, I guess I don't have him on this account, but there's Helios. I had him on the other account. So this is my newer one. I don't have Helios here. But that's a combo that I like as well. And the other one I really like is Ching Mao and Kira. Sorry, I had to say this one. Kira and Ching Mao. This is a lethal combo. I mean, you literally throw like Astaroth or even Anvari as a tank, and you have a money team. I mean, you can literally throw almost anything behind these two, like Nebula and Martha. Those are popular supports. Celeste. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of good supports you can throw here, but I would say these two are really good together, and you can get both of them for free, like as a free to play player. So I love them, and I push them hard because I personally don't care if you guys spend money. I don't make. I mean, it's a game that we're all playing. I'm not a developer. I'm not. I don't make any money from Hero Wars making money. So, I don't mind if you guys use free to play characters. I actually encourage it. I think it's awesome. So anyway, those are some teams I like. Okay. Yeah, I think they need to add some more puzzles too. I love them. And if you guys missed the mini game for Chapter 9 or haven't seen that one yet, I do have a video on that. It's hidden in an older one, but I can definitely make a newer one for that as well. What pet do you think is best in the game? Is it Axel? I think Axel is right now the best pet, generally speaking, if we're talking about most teams. I think other good ones are, of course, Oliver, but I think Albus is amazing for attacking if we're just only talking about attacking. So again, this is my baby account, so keep that in mind when you look at my pets. They're baby. But Axel, I think, is the best pet right now. Kane is really good for dodge teams, and Albus is really amazing as well. So these three are probably the best ones right now, with Oliver being the old best because Axel has now overtaken the overall best. But Albus is the best attacker, and Kane is really good with dodge teams. So those are the three that I like the most. Of course, Merlin is magic. Mara is really good for teams that have stun skills for example. But I still think Kane, Axel, and Albus are the most universal. Oliver is also universal, but Axel is better than Oliver. Yes. Okay, I use the healing pet. It heal on physical damage. Yep, so Oliver's great. Nothing wrong with Oliver. I love Oliver. I use Oliver all the time. Not on this account because it's still baby, but yes. How about Ginger? I like Ginger. Ginger with the new engineer skills is really, really good, and I think once I test more, I'll be able to tell you a lot more on it. I just don't want to jump the gun on that. Okay, so how do you get them? Aurora, the twins, and Sebastian. So, okay, the way I got Aurora was I went to campaign, and I would find the Aurora campaigns, and I would do these over and over again until I just continued to collect a lot of soul stones with Aurora. So that's how I would get that. Oh, so okay, sorry. I gotcha. So I put my these are heroes that I have, and I put them in arena. So I can change. So these are all my heroes that I have right now, right? And this is the team that I selected to put in. I didn't put the strongest heroes in. I put in the team that I thought would be most energetic. I think I ended up ranking pretty good here. I'm down to 62 now, but I think I ranked higher than that. Let's see. So yeah, I ranked 16 today in arena with this team. And I'm battling players that have 200k more power than I do, right? I mean 500k. Anyway, so for Aurora, I really focused on farming them in campaign. So I went to campaign. I found everything that showed Aurora. So in chapter 2, this one right here, Lava Fracture. I would battle that one 3 times a day, and hopefully I got a couple soul stones of Aurora. And then there is another one for sure. So there's one here in chapter 5, Flourishing Life. And then I would just battle this one multiple times. I think the most I could do is 3 in a day, so I would just do it 3 times. And then I think there's another one too. But the other way too that you can look up soul stones is simply by collecting Aurora or clicking on Aurora and clicking the plus sign, and it'll show you all the areas you can get Aurora. So that's how you can get Aurora. The twins are also available, but they're in campaign. They're just available in campaign later. So you would just have to go further along in campaign to get the twins. But they're also available in campaign. Sebastian's the one tricky one you cannot get in campaign. Celeste's also in campaign, but she's hard to get. So every month, right, there is this lesser hero soulstone chest. You get 50 hero soulstones, and in that you can pick any hero that you want except for these ones here. So Cleaver, Jet, and Isaac are the only ones you can't get from the soulstone chest right now. And so during those, you can use those to basically get Sebastian or Celeste as well. So those are some ways you can get those heroes. So hopefully that helps. The last hero of the day last year was Sebastian. Therefore, the last hero this year should be Isaac. So double the soul stones. Jeff, I think you're completely right. You're 100% on base, and I agree with that. And again, I think the last thing that I just really, really need to re-emphasize here is, guys, save your summoning spheres, right? And I'm talking about these for the Titans, because as soon as Winterfest is over, right? So we're going to have part 2 of this event next week, which I'll make a quick video on shortly, probably like in a day or two here. But save your summoning spheres, probably around 40, ideally, because we're going to have, my understanding is that we're going to have a Water Titan Soulstone event soon after Winterfest is done. So just a heads up, I'm going to actually conclude my stream here. If you have more questions, I will be posting my Discord channel in the description as soon as I'm done, finishing up this stream right here. Oh, sorry, Eric. I apologize. No habla español. At least not well. Only poquito. And I'm gonna end right now. So, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate you guys coming to my live stream. It was an awesome time getting to hang out with you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying Winterfest, because I really am. So, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in Dominion.